What is up, folks? AJ here. Hey, puppy.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we're on our way to Signs and Wonders to focus our attention on that install. My brother-in-law is going to meet me there so we can hang the TVs inside the sanctuary. They have a lift, the painters have a lift that I can use to run the cables up on the right side and down to the front. So we're gonna knock that out today. Had some issues over at Abundant Life with their sound. So we're gonna be heading back over there on Tuesday to reconfigure the sound from the speakers. I think the monitor mix is coming through. The house mix is coming through the monitors instead of the stage. And then also, really just have to get an understanding of the difference in the workflow of how that system is now. Want to sit down with the media and get a clear understanding, their expectations, as well as lay kind of like the groundwork of how this current system is. And if we need to change it, we will. So, I need to head over to Lowe's to get some cable straps that's going to hold the camera cables as well as the TV. Thankfully, it's only 3 cables. One to the TV, one, and then another cable from the camera and a Ethernet cable. So, man, it's a bit brisk out here. Wish I had an auto start so I can have my car warm up. But anyway, let's get out here. Let's head to Lowe's and then we head over to Signs and Wonders. All right, folks, here I got my brother-in-law here. We're getting ready to go and hang these TVs, and then I'm gonna come back, put the mount, and then we do that. And then walk around, put the cable for the TV all the way around the perimeter there and come down here. They're supposed to be, I think this week, this is where they're gonna blow this out. So after I make sure that everything works, I'm gonna pull the cables back up out of the wall, because the wall that they're gonna take down is where some of my cables are ran. So let's move this TV over and go from there. All right, folks, all the TVs are up. Doing a video from when I did this here originally. The other 2 are mounted here. They're covered so it'll protect them from the painting that they're doing in here. I am gonna get back up here and just power them on to make sure I get an image. Make sure I'm gonna run the fiber HDMI cable to this back one, back to the ATEM, to the splitter I got, turn it on and make sure it works. Because if not, that's when I would have to convert this as well as everything else over to SDI. So I'm gonna power on the system and then run this fiber optic cable on the floor and we'll go from there. All right, so I made a mistake, but we were I was starting to hang this, and they're gonna paint that. So I don't think that's been noticeable, but I am mentally prepared if I need to put conduit and wrap it around all of that. But I made a mistake. This stuff got hung on here, and I ripped the fiber HDMI cable that was going to here. I ripped it from the ATEM side. So I am pulling SDI cable right now because I do have an SDI to HDMI converter already. So that's just gonna sit back here. I was thinking about flipping it around, but I already got the cable so far already. I could have flipped the HDMI cable around and have the HDMI cable go into the camera so that all the cameras are going from fiber HDMI, and then have SDI go to this TV so that I can put the converter on the back of the TV and power it off of USB. But I'm gonna make sure that, you know what, I really should do that. I think I will. I was trying to hurry up and get done because they're gonna start painting. But I don't think I was gonna be able to finish what I need to in time. And I already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips already up there. and to pull that down and flip it around, I really don't want to, but I think we will. All right, been real busy, folks. Testing out the cables. TV works. I just finished unplugging that. I guess the HDMI keystone was giving me a problem, so I just have the fiber going directly to the TV. I'm gonna try a different coupler, but if not, I'll just run it directly to the TV. It's not like anybody's gonna see it. Pulled down the rack. I'm getting ready to move all of the networking stuff out of that because that's gonna sit in that rack. The mics are gonna sit in here. And I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna leave the power on right there, or maybe just run an extension from there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there, and put whatever other pieces that need to go to the sound system there, because everything else is gonna be inside of here. When they knock this down, this whole wall is going away and everything like that. So yay, let's get to that. All right, folks. This is the wall in front of Pastor Taylor's office. We're going to drill a hole down here so we can fish down the HDMI cable that's going to give a signal from the sanctuary. All right, folks, very productive day. I got the holes drilled for pastor's office as well as the conference room for running the HDMI cables. While I was drilling pastors, I got through the hole from the seal plate, and then my drill bit just dropped into the wall. So we gotta go fishing for that tomorrow. Seems like the couplers that I use for the HDMIs in his office having an issue with them. So I have some pass-through plates, some brushes. So I just ordered two 20-foot HDMI cables just to run them directly from the TV right down to, hopefully I can still use the couplers on the wall. So that you can plug in the computer right there. I don't know why having an issue with them. I'm thinking it's the HDMI cables, because these couplers I use every single day with my ATEM and I don't have an issue. But we've been going non-stop all day, and yeah, so we got a little bit. The main thing is we got the TVs up. I have to fix the cables. I'm really thinking I might go with couplers. I mean, not couplers, but a conduit to hide across there, but I don't know. It was a productive day, but I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. But we'll be back tomorrow, and then we have a very, very busy day tomorrow. We're gonna be here, and then we're gonna be heading to Greater Faith to do another refresher training for them. Then we're heading back to Abundant Life to try and recalibrate their monitors and stuff like that with everybody there, all the musicians, the praise team, and everything like that, so we can have a better representation of tweaking it instead of just one person just jumping from mic to mic. So yeah, not a really lot to show today, but I mean, we're making progress, and we're going to be heading back up to Epworth. I just got a call, so we're going to be replacing their sound system as well, and moving it to the back where the media booth is, so that it'll be a lot easier to function during the stream. So be on the lookout for that. I should be getting the invoice should be coming in tomorrow for that. They're overnighting it to me so I can order it and get it up and out of the way and get them squared away. So we'll be going up to Baltimore again. But anyway, let me get out of here. I'm hungry. So we'll talk to y'all tomorrow later. All right, folks, we are back here at Signs and Wonders. The goal for today is for me to get all of the distribution for all the TVs on this side and find some location. If my cables are long enough, I might run them all the way back where the networking closet is, because I think that might be a central location where I'm already gonna be bringing the cable in from the sanctuary over. I think that would be the easiest place to do, but hopefully I can retrieve my hole saw that dropped down here somewhere. We're gonna make another hole here. As much as I don't want to put them here, these other two are hidden, so it's not a big deal. But we're gonna hopefully try and measure over where I drilled, find it over here somewhere, and then run the cable over here and then try and find a location. And then maybe get back in the sanctuary when they're finished, if they're finished up there, and try and tack down cables and stuff like that. So, yay. All right, got everything wired. Now, to be honest, if I had it to do again, if there was a way for me to get up in the ceiling, I would run it that way. But there's no, right above this is outside. Not really a lot of room. Now, again, if I had it to do again, maybe cut a hole right there and fish it. But again, you have the ceiling joist that you would have to drill through, and it would be a lot of work. If this was fresh and they were putting up new drywall, this would have been super, super easy. But like I said, I am prepared if I have to come back and see. What I would really like to do here is maybe put some molding, and that would cover that up all the way around. The brick is the little bit of the problem. Here, I just couldn't get over, but I do have enough slack that I can get that ladder up there and then maybe wrap the cables around so you wouldn't see it and come down on the inside in that little corner right there. But I do have some conduit. If I need to, I can put it right there, but I'm gonna let Pastor Taylor be the judge of what needs to be done. So now I'm gonna power everything up, make sure we get the signal everywhere, and I guess I need to plug the TV up some way, and just test to make sure all the lines and everything like that are working. Alrighty, my measurements were right. We got the cable here. Gonna run that up. I have another plate that I'm gonna put to cover that up, and then we're done. Let me see if I can muscle this up by myself or just wait for somebody else to help me hang this back again. Need an electrical outlet. I almost wonder if I could run another in here and fish the cable up there. I don't know. What think about that? Let me just get this up here, and I put a brushed head on here. So, and it's gonna be behind the TV, so not a big deal. All right, folks, so I already showed you all of this. This part is done. Pastor Taylor's here, so I'm gonna get his opinion on what's going on with the wires, if we need to do any adjustments to up here. I got his TV wired for the feed from here, also the conference room. The other two rooms I'm kind of waiting because I wanted to make sure I hang the TV on the right wall, and then I completely forgot that I need to go over to Spring Creek because they were having an issue with something. So once I get an answer from him, we're going to be out of here, and we will be back here tomorrow, folks. So I'm lumping a bunch of these videos together because, at this point we're doing a whole lot of work. So it's no point in me, really dragging this stuff out. So that's about it. So let me follow up with him, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, folks, we are back here. We got a lot of stuff to do. So pretty much Pastor Taylor wants me to put conduit through the cables like I was telling you about yesterday. So I pretty much bought out all the conduit in 2 Lowe's stores. Hopefully that would be enough. If not, we got to go get some more. And then I'm sorry, I was unlocking the so I can get inside. But also we're gonna go pick up their sound system, the speakers and stuff like that. We're gonna do that today. Ordered all of that last night. and just to try and get as much stuff done as possible, we're gonna get some sound in here today at minimum, or actually tomorrow at minimum. Let me bring in all this conduit and then we get to work. Alrighty folks, I got all the conduit done. All the way up there, coming around, and then right there. So I'm gonna cut out just for a little bit because there's a midday service or something like that going on at my church. I'm gonna get my brother-in-law logged in, since he's gonna be running it, since I'm gonna be over here. So I'm gonna do that, go ahead up, pick up the speakers, pick up the TV, and then we'll go from there. All right, folks, lunchtime is over. Lynn picked up the 55, that's gonna go right here. This one is an unopened 65, which I'm gonna take and do over at First Union because we did get the contract for that. Yay. That's gonna be one. I buy another 65. That's gonna be for in the sanctuary. I am now gonna hang this 65 right here, and since we have enough conduit left over, instead of me trying to fish this through the wall, I'm just gonna pop a hole right in the top, run the conduit down, that will hide the HDMI cable, and then we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and get all of this done. Well, actually for y'all, it's only gonna take a second, so. All right, there we go. Except for leveling it and running the conduit, we're good. I'm gonna do that. I already have a hole at the top for dropping the cable down. I just need to find that, which should be easy because I'm right across from where I need to go. So, as you see this right there, we're gonna put a conduit to hide that cable. We're good to go. All right, folks, the final TV has been hung. Letting it do updates right now. So we're gonna go through that. Then I need to figure out, I guess, this line that I did not use originally. I'm gonna see if I can find that, because if I can find that, I'm probably gonna pull the TV back down, move this back up. Well, actually, no, I said I wasn't gonna do that. The issue is right here at this corner, right here, is the end of this wall. No, actually I got some more space. So I gotta get all the way on the end of this, find that, and then drop the HDMI over here, or I might try and do it in that corner. I got enough conduit to run over, and there'll be like an L that would drop down behind it. But we're almost there, folks. So at least in here, then the main thing is going to be now is go to the sound system, which I thought was going to be here today. I went there to pick it up, but they're like, no, we're shipping it to the store, then you can pick it up. So not going to be here for that. I'm probably gonna get a different, well, S16 is coming up. They have some more time right now. I have it installed, so I can, because everything is so close, I'm gonna connect everything to the board directly, but then I'm going to reinstall the S16 with the personal mixers when they come in, the replacement that I'm ordering that went to Abundant Life because they needed it faster than what's here. I have some time here, so let me do that. I'm gonna go back up here in the ceiling and get my other HDMI cables that are here, feed it over at least to that TV, because that's straightforward. And what I want to do is probably run the SDI cable on the floor and see if I get a signal from the sanctuary over here. Then I know all of this is fine with the splitters. And then now we just got to order a ton of PVC pipe, run the cable outside, fish it upstairs on top of the roof, run it through, and then that cabling is done. All right, so hopefully you can see this. I'm upstairs over top of where the networking rack. On the other side of that wall is outside. So the idea is I'm gonna run that PVC pipe over to here and then secure it across the ceiling and then drop it down into the hole where all the other cables are. So that's how we're gonna connect everything. Now I just need to find where that hole is that I made for the TV over here. All right, folks, so the next thing we're gonna do, probably not today, but need to find a centralized location where this hub is gonna be. This is what's gonna be driving all the TVs on this side. We're going to be running a long SDI cable, convert from HDMI to SDI, run that. That's what's going to go into PVC. This is going to feed into this, and then all the other TVs will plug into this. I'm thinking about pulling the cable right now just to make sure I get an image on here. Even if I only have it hooked up to this one TV, I think that would be fine. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, so I have a RG6 cable running all the way down here. It is connected to the last output of that 1x4 splitter that's inside the sanctuary. Run this all the way down and around to here. And then I have the splitter set up. So we're going to connect it to that SDI to HDMI, and then the TV here is connected to that HDMI out. So let me terminate this. If we get an image on here, we're good to go. And just like I always say when I try and trick my daughter into something, my plan worked. Boom, there we go, folks. We got a signal going through the SDI run here to the HDMI splitter, and boom. So all we got to do now is find a location of where this is going to sit. It's probably going to be in a shelf as long as the fiber HDMI cables reach, which they should, because all of the cables are right here in that corner with plenty of run. I take those two, run them to up here, and I have more than enough cable on this side. And then we can either mount it up here, or hopefully, maybe if they got enough length, I can drop it all the way down here. Or I think there's a cable up there, and since I normally wouldn't want to put this up and out of the way, but I mean, it's right there. So if we pull that down, it would be right there. So, yay. So I think I've dragged out these videos long enough that I haven't posted one. So this is going to be a compilation of like 3 days put together, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, of what we have done. So really excited. So once we get this cable secured in the ceiling as well, I mean outside and coming up through the building, as well as the fiber optic cable, and I'm probably going to run 2 Ethernet cables just in case. It's good to have them there if I'm already running them, and maybe I can send audio over them if we're going to go with the speakers. I think we've kind of got made up the mind that there's no need for us to have ceiling speakers, seeing how we have all these TVs, and the only space where you almost will need to hear something, because I mean, you got a TV back there in the pastor's office and the conference rooms and the 2 classrooms that have a breezeway so you can hear. The only place where you will possibly need them is here, but you have a TV right here, and the entrance to the sanctuary is down there. You're going to hear anything there very well. Now, one other thing that we do need to do, I'm probably going to run 3 Ethernet cables, because we still have that one more access point, and I plan on putting that access point in here somewhere. Since this is the wall, on the other side of this wall is where we're going to be coming through. So maybe, I don't know, somewhere over here where I'm definitely making sure that we don't hit anything. We're just going to come up and maybe put something in here. I mean, not in here, but on the other side. We just got to find a good place to come through. And you never know. For all we know, if they're fine with conduit, you never know. I might even run another one, because we have an access point right down there. So I don't know. Need to figure out what we're going to do. Maybe put another, I mean, I think it's going to be overkill if we put it inside the sanctuary. But another thing we could do is maybe come through over here somewhere, or preferably, yeah, it's going to be right in that room. and come through and maybe put one in this part of the building. That's what I'm thinking. Still got to figure that out, but we're definitely going to leverage the fact that we're going through the cables outside and bring them in this way. That would be the easiest, because once we get over here, that access point in the ceiling is covering everything, so it's overkill for there. Just to have another one here would be ideal. So anyway, hope y'all like everything that we're doing in here. Of course, I'm gonna do a more detailed thing. The next thing that we got coming up is the sound system that we're gonna be installing. Well, not really installing. We're gonna be hanging two Alto TS315s on either side of the wall, and then also leveraging the speakers that they already have, and it's going to be super loud in here. Yeah. So anyway, if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell, that way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. Hey, and also thank you, patrons, and thank you, YouTube members. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, yeah, their name is going on right now. I really appreciate it. So if you like what we're doing and our focus on training media ministries and empower them to try and make the technology as simple as possible, I would really appreciate if you consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month, or you can click the join button down below for this YouTube to become a YouTube member. No matter which way you pick, folks, you are helping us train and empower media ministries all over the world. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will see you on the next video later.